that leaf blower is ejecting so much. Oh, it started to rain. Started to rain and I didn't bring my umbrella out. Okay, so we might have to rethink. So it's only dribbling, and today is Saturday the 5th of August, and tomorrow marks the anniversary of well, I don't know, is it called an anniversary when someone dies? Marks the day my dear friend Robin died 2 years ago. I don't even know what years are now. A year ago, 2 years ago. So now I was trying to organise something, but as usual, I mean, I find it impossible to organise anything. And can you see the squirrel? Obviously it's like we've got really bad extreme weather at the moment, so that's a no-go. And Kira, my friend, she kindly offered a venue, and it was just about getting feedback really as to what people are up to. And I suppose during lockdown people couldn't get away, so I totally understand that people taking advantage of August summer holiday and that they've all booked their holidays and stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's just going to be a handful of people just maybe having a little drinky poo, and that's it, to raise a glass for my friend Robin. And it's weird, I don't like organising things, and I kind of like got a twitchy eye. It's like super twitchy. Kill Cluso. And it's really weird because it's under here. I think it's lack of water. I think it's maybe too much salt. I have to figure out what it is. That I had a lot of Brazil nuts yesterday. 2 astral plane, as he would call it. Yeah, I'm only going to go on I'm glad I went down this route actually. It's really cute. I love this little cul-de-sac. It's got a really nice vibe to it, this corner, I have to say. Little stretch, and a little thought for my friend Robin, bringing it into the heart. We miss you, Robin. We love you. But I feel like in this sort of quantum field, magnetic field, he's right here, like where everybody is. My parents, Robin. It's a difficult one to explain. It doesn't feel like that in the physical realm. Sometimes. That's a lovely house there. There's a lovely also like the vibe of it. So yeah, I'm just a brief walk today. I don't think I'm gonna bother. Oh, shall I? Yeah, tiny walk. Tiny walk. And get some air. Hopefully my twitchy eye might dissipate. Let's walk down this bit. And you know, the fine rain. Anyway, I'm gonna head back now. Try to get a few steps in. Oh, it started to really hammer it down now. Okay, we'll cut it. I just had a thought in my head, so I'm just gonna film it while I'm walking back. I wanted to explain a little bit about my friend Robin, who's like a really special person, and I know that everyone says that about people who have passed away, but he was a really like 1 in a billion people. And growing up in my teenage years was really kind of a component of how our network navigated itself all around London. Well, at least West London. I know that sounds like quite a big thing, but we didn't have the internet or anything like that. And Robin was our internet in a way, because he always knew what was going on. You just had to, and he'd be like, oh, this is happening, come down to this, and he'd have a flyer ready, and that he'd get Xeroxed at the printing, wherever, library or whatever. He'd have it black and white, photocopied. And then I've still got some of his flyers from like 1989, 1990, 1991. So those were quite vital years in my teenage years. Oh, it's quite nice and dry in here as it happens. Perhaps I could and he was so much fun and funny. And there's so many stories to tell with him. He's the person that I probably made the most memories with. Alongside, obviously, I was very lucky to have lots of friends. So, I don't think I'm talking as loudly as that person over there. But, yeah, so Robin. What can I say about him? I mean, it's weird to think that, I think at the moment, I mean, as I'm still grieving for him, the immediate future comes to mind, and how kind of traumatic and upsetting it was for everybody. I can't describe how much I miss somebody that was so important in my life in the span of 30 years. We were just platonic friends, but we went everywhere a lot of the time. And there was a decade past when I hardly saw him. But we're always in touch, and whenever we saw each other, it was like no time had passed at all. But he was one of the main staples of my social life, where I would go out and he'd literally say to me, I'm always having to drag you out. But I just find organising things really disappointing because everyone drops out. So he was really good at it. If Robin organised it, then everyone would go. And I miss that, because it's a big gap when a close friend dies and your parents die. And yeah, no, it sounds really sad, and I've got a frog in my throat, but life is a circle, isn't it? Death and birth, and but today is 2 years